Hey, you tourists, it's your boy Domination. This is Back in the Basics, Juggler Deuces, I do text, baby. The only place you ever go get it, only place you ever go get it. Hey, you tourists, it's your only place you ever go get is right back in the Basics, Juggler Deuces, I do text, baby. Better does back, you know this, this. Real men rise up, fake men rise down. Real will rise up, fake will rise down. Prep the word preacher. And today's topic to talk about is, man, let me say to this, man. Here we go again. Like DMX said, here we go again, here we go. The study in the bone in South Africa cave and revealed a new human relation. Man, I'm gonna love this. And why did the announcement made on the Thursday, September the 10th, 2015? Scientists says that the archaeological were founded in the South Africa cave revealed the new members of the human family. See, here they go with this stuff. All white people need to do is start telling the truth. That's all they got to do. It's not that hard to figure out. I'm not buying this whole neglected animal. I mean, I'm not buying this, and it sounds bullshit to me. Let me say this. Here's my thing. Something tells me, are they hiding something, or they just don't want us to know? Because I'm gonna keep my eye on certain people, especially these white brothers and sisters, because they're not being honest. They keep saying that somehow. Let me get this. Let me get this straight. You mean to tell me the modern day man and the modern day woman having sex with the modern day ape and the modern day female? I'm not buying this. I'm not buying this. White people just don't want to admit that maybe they are albinos. They just don't want to admit that. They don't want to admit. Let's say this. If I pour a glass of milk and pour a glass of this milk, it's clear, right? It's clear. It's pure. That's why they obsessed with this purity. But put that dark chocolate in there. That's a whole different story. See, they're the only race. Always talk about their Aryans. They come from the lost empire of the Aryan race. And it's bullshit. It's bullshit. And everybody knows it. Even whites know it's bullshit. But they still believe in that theory. But they're not going to listen. I'm going to say this, white brothers and sisters, you're going to keep on fucking around and y'all going to make y'all mistakes right there. And you wonder why y'all create another genre, what Hitler did, and there's rumors going on about Hitler that he got some African American in him. Now, it's hard to believe because there's no way Hitler is got some black in him. There's no way. Maybe his mother, but it comes to him, I doubt it. Because who came up with the term African American? It damn sure wasn't us. It was the people who went to those countries, invaded in, and then we're going to call this name. We don't have this kind of power. Now, at first I thought about black people might be racist. It might be if they own this kind of power, but I doubt it. Because what is black supremacy? All black supremacy to bring us back to this whole motherland, go back to Africa, what Marcus Garvey was talking about. And to separate them because we believe white people are devils. And some of them are. But a lot of times we can be evil as well, just like they do. White people interact with us like they do. And it's stuff not going to change. Why they just need to come out and just admit, no, white people are hypocrites. They keep saying that, oh, it's not all black people, it's just some. Just say that. But when you prefer all of them, that's when you got a problem with me. Just like I can't prefer all white people. But they need to start telling the truth. They really do. Because of their claims, their history, they need to start telling the truth. They really do. And his name is named Mark and say it with C. Mark to say the C. They got some funny names. And natural geography with vice AAP with the images must included of the national graphic and logo and proper not and pronating in the middle of the credit and mark or title way of the national graphic. Okay, let me look at this. In the method in Bertelsburg in South Africa, AP, the barely of the accepted of the pitch black. You hear they say pitch black. No, pitch dark. Pitch dark. My bad. Pitch dark. Pitch dark chambers of a cave in South Africa. The creationists of the show that a surprise of mixing of a human and some exported and call it bizarre and weird. Man, let me say to this, man. They are trying to say that these black people look like more ape and more cave-like. I'm gonna say this, man. If they buy into this stuff, if they really buy into this, I'm not buying this stuff, man. I'm not buying it because I think they're hiding something, in my opinion. Because they don't want to be honest. Look at this shit. Do black people got everything this features? No. I can't believe Africans believe this type of shit. If you put this black man, right? This black man don't look nothing like this damn monkey. But this is what they're trying to say. They are trying to say these people are goddamn monkey. And the people in the league, y'all need your ass whooped for this. Because you know that's not true. But they buying this. They buying this theory. When they gonna ever start telling the truth? Like, look, we made all this stuff up, okay? We made it up. We're sorry, and I'm telling you, they playing games. For you Africans, y'all need to ask whoop too, because how can you believe what they're saying? I don't until I have to find the proof. In my opinion, come on, I'm not buying this. I'm not buying this. How long we keep hearing this shit? I'm telling you, white motherfuckers, y'all never change how y'all are. Y'all always say you don't have a problem with other races. But many of y'all eat chocolate, don't you? So if you eat chocolate, you know you interact with a black person. Come on, y'all don't fool me. That's like me saying that white people are bios, but yet I'm drinking milk. And I know every black person drinks milk, so why are we gonna have a problem with whites? See, white and milk white and chocolate do go together if you think about it. That become together, white chocolate, right? And chocolate milk. That's why I'm not, man, it's funny. And discovery of the present of some key of the mystery, how old are the bones and how did they or get into the chamber, and to revelate of the only by a cover of the pathway that included squeezing in through in the passage as a borrow as about 71 0.2% to 71.2% inches, 17.8 and McGrath. The bones are founded by a approximately about 30 miles, 48 kilometers of the northwest of the Johannesburg. The site has been gathered of some of 1.550 and species men since it's been discovered in 2013. The inside of what they represent at least 15% of 15% individual. The research name it man. I love this. I love this. The research name the creation a Homo ethnicity that reflected the Homo Revolution group, which is included included modern people and or enclosement extinction relatives, and that the word for star in the word for a star in a local language. The founding was made it in the rising star cave system. Man, that's very funny. The creation of which is evidence to the walking of upright and representative of mix of the treatment. For example, the hands and feet look like Homo, but at the shoulders and the small brain. Here they go with the small brain. When white people say that you got a small brain, you know what they're saying? They basically saying you're stupid. That's what they're saying. And I'm telling you, they buying this theory. I'm not buying this because I'm telling you something. Look, remember the story about David and Goliath, right? It's in the Bible. When David shows size doesn't matter. And Goliath thought he can squish him. But as soon as he starts swinging that rock, he knocked the big guy down. What I'm trying to bring a point. I'm trying to bring a point that a small brain got enough sense than the big brain. Because you could become a big dummy instead of being a small dummy. You got small sense. These people are getting on my damn nerve. White people, I'm telling you, I hope you listening. You need to start telling the truth and check these people. Whoever the stories that we hear, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying every fucking word of it. Because I feel like you're hiding something or you just don't want us to know. I tell you, they hiding something. I feel it they is. They don't want you to know who they really is. Let me tell you something. The only reason why they say this stuff because they owned by the banks. They own the media. They own every goddamn thing that you think about. And I ain't talking about the average white person cut the grass and mow the yard and all that. I'm talking about the powerful elite people. I'm talking about those folks that's out there buying this bullshit belief. Oh yeah. They know black people are the first race. They know it. They know it. They know they come from us. But these people still want to admit they hate to admit that and say, yo, we've been burning these people. We've been lynching these people for no damn reason. And the reason why we do it, because we're afraid that it's going to remind what we came out of. Yeah, because y'all the first interbreeding of the race. Whites don't want to admit this. They don't want to admit it. They don't have to admit it if they don't want to. But what I'm saying is, this is a fact, and you're going to have to accept it. How you going to think, and this another gets me. They always say oil and water don't mix. But how you going to make the goddamn oil without the goddamn water? See, that's something they don't want to argue with this. They know it's the truth. I'm not buying what these white people believe. A lot of times they got some points, but they full of bullshit at times. But the stories that they heard. Anyway, let's get into this. The small brain of the recall of the homos more than ape-like ancestors, the research says. If I'm going to say you, all you white motherfuckers that believe this theory, you need your ass kicked because you know this is a lie. Because if that's the case, I would discover over there in Europe and trying to say all white people look like vampires, all white people look like wolves, and all white people look like bears. I guarantee you this. Because when you think of white people, you think of the vampire. If y'all don't know Count Dracula, it's over there in Romania. Some people say that guy, that's Obama's ancestors and Prince Charles and all the rest of, that's their ancestors. Over there, Romania, Count Dracula, Vladimir Dracula himself. Yeah, they made a movie about it. It was called Dracula Untold. Go watch that movie. These people are full of bullshit, man. I mean, they got so much damn hate in them, and they don't understand why. But you know what? I think I know why they like this. Because these people actually were black years ago. When they went to those caves and they traced it out of their color and they lost the trace of their bino color. And whites know it. But they keep buying this theory and trying to convince folks like, oh, let's just say that these people come from the apes. Even though we know it's not true. Yeah, because y'all ain't bullshitting me. You might fool some of these black communities, but you ain't going to pull that on me. Because I know what these people are about. And because the Knight Templars were the ones that found Freemasonry, they're the ones investing into banking, and they're the ones with the create the hospitals, and they're the ones created the goddamn profit wars, and they're doing it right now as we speak. Who the only race who do this? They do. If it ain't come Khazars or them damn Zionists, them fake Jews in power. They need to put a stop to them. I'm hoping Ethiopian put a stop to these people because they full of bullshit. There are good white people out there that knows the truth, but the rest of those motherfuckers, you know they lying. You know they lying. And I'm gonna say you Africans, I'm disappointed, y'all, because if you want to believe all this stuff they telling you, and that's a damn shame, y'all can't even control your own country in Africa because the bankings did not control from y'all. It controls them, the European elite. The same people from the Tower of the Babel, whatever that, it's in the Bible. It's over there in Europe right now, and they need to put a stop. I swear. And Lieberberg, a professor at the University of the Witwatersrand in the Suderberg, who led the work and says in another way of the in other time and suddenly that it arose at or near the root of the Homo group, which it would make the species some of 2.5 million to 2.8 million years ago. And discovery, the bones itself may be young, and says Bird, a American. All American basically means it's a crop of colored people. People who the people. Somebody said the people that born who of the European, and now apply the people of the Europeans and their descendants. So what does that mean? So that means that the people who come from out of Africa theory, they always talk about all the way from North Europe and all the way to India to Australia and Asia and all that, and travel all the way to the cold, to all the way to up there South America to North America. Whoever those people are, they couldn't be Europeans, because if that was the case, maybe so, but I doubt it, because if that's the case, where are the damn slave boats that brought us over here? If they can't answer me that damn question, I know they're lying, because it don't sound right. It really don't. Then who brought the Europeans and Asians over here? See, that's something, the question you gotta ask. Or they came on their own, or they guess they slaves too, just like us, right? Anyway, at the news conference of the Thursday in the cradle of the humankind, a site near of the town of the and Atterbury of where the discovery was made. The bones are the edited in the shapes of a skeleton in a glass cupboard or wood a case, and the fragments of the small skull. See, they go back to this whole small skull. A almost and completely of the jawbone with the teeth, and piece of the limb and the fingers and others bones are invested around the part of its skull. Burn handle a small interesting station to the part of the president is adequate, and the resident kiss it. Yeah, he's stupid. That African, he got, man, well, I swear. And they're the ones sold us just right along Europeans that slow down people. I swear, these people are full of it. These people, man, something else. The black elite and the white elite don't give a damn about the poor blacks and poor whites. They really don't. As they did in the other in VIP, vertebrates of the beings of the throughout the unrevealed, the researchers almost in the mouse discovery into the joint of the journey even life. They say that they are unnecessary to the age for the gospel because of the usual charismatic of this site, but that they are still trying, because this whole thing is bullshit. What they're talking about, it is bullshit. Berta says that the research are not claim that these development was a directly ancestor of the modern day people. See, first they trying to say these are the people, and then they trying to say they not. See, this is what I'm saying. Wow. And especially under commitment to the project, saying they are believe it, or they are believe it was not. Ross Potter, a director of the Human Origin of Program at the Smith Institute, and this in situation of the Natural History Museum, who was not invited in the discovery, said that without a age, there is no way we can judge the evolution of the site of this founding. Man, let me say to this, man. Let me say to this. They don't even know what they're trying to find, but this goes to show you these people don't know what the fuck they talking about. If the bones are about as old as the Homo group, then what? Then I mean the group that would argue that the answer is a snapshot of an evolution and the experience that was going on the right around the origins of the Homo. He said, if they are a society of the cytokinvili of young, it's either to show that the never originally the mental body of the charismatic and much longer than any other known of the creatures, or that it is re-evolution them. He said. Eric and Daisy, the son of the legislator of the college in New York, who also wasn't even involved with the project, and says he guess is that the Onslet would fit within a knowing of the group of the early Homo creation from around 2 million years ago. Besides of the age of the bones, another mystery is how they got into the difficult region and the areas of the caves. The research says they are expected as the network must have been repeatedly depositioned their death in the room. But alternatively, it may have been a death trap for individuals that were founded in their own way in. Man, I swear, this shit is even getting more funny. This stuff is like a Sherlock Holmes mystery. No, it doesn't. Anyway, the court at the Brandenburg Wood of George Washington University in Washington, D.C., who was not involved in the study, and a visit to the cave might have created in the evolution of light as with a torch. And Wood says the people who did the cave draw in Europe have as much as the technology. What they trying to say, Europeans, they ain't nobody more smarter than them. Somebody is lying about these stories that we hear. They're trying to say that black people are not that damn smart. See, this is wrong. You can use a brain just as much as anybody else. Now, you might not be the smartest people you might not be the smartest person in the world, but you become more smarter if you put all your brain to use. It doesn't matter what size of your brain, it's how much it does. And white people and black and everybody else need to get off of that, because it's bullshit. They know damn well that the Knight Templars were the ones that found Freemasonry. But they don't want to say it, but these are the same people that run by the goddamn church from the Roman Catholic Church. Now, I don't get me wrong, for all the people from Catholic, please forgive me when I have to say this. Y'all need to get on y'all folks, because they're telling these stories, and I'm not buying it, because they've been known for molesting boys and girls just as much as the black church did. Like that Eddie Long, that motherfucker, this guy is a pastor, and he had the nerve. And I'm gonna tell you something, Tyler Perry, this is on you, dude, because you put this man on your movie, and you mean to tell me I wouldn't put this man in my movie? But see, you got these false Papatites. They full of shit. I even told my uncle, why these Christians can't come out and say that they having sex with these Luciferians? Why they just can't come out and say it? Because you know why? Because they don't want to look at it. They're responsible for all the evils in the world. That's why they call Christian people evil and call these Satanists are good people, whatever you want to call it. Evil Christian and good Satanists that become your own God. I'm telling you, it's this secret relationship between the Christians and the Satanists. It's the opposite of Christianity. I mean, anyway, go do your research and then you see what I'm talking about. But there's nobody have expect that mental and possibility in the creatures with as much as a small brain as the Netherlands. He said. Potts says a debatable of this postament of the dead bodies is an outlay of explaining it, but he added it's not clear who did this postament. Maybe it was of some human relation others. The Netherlands, he said, not everybody agreed that discovery revealed a new species. You got that right, because people are not buying this shit. Ted White of the University of California independently called that claim of questioning where, what, how is it presentably here of the United States belongs to the admittedly the Homo and erectus, a species of name in the 1800s. He said in a email at the news conference in South Africa, Burns this put that it could be the body of the Homo erectus, or probably not. It would not be an erectus, Burns said. Let me say this, man. These people right here, they full of shit. Here they go with this damn scientific racism. Here goes another Charles Darwin bullshit speech. He's trying to say that I'm not buying this. I'm not buying this. They have to make this shit up, man. This is why people do your own research, find the own truth, what really comes from in the Bible, man. Come from God. Because these people right here, man, they're the problem. These people right here are the problem, man. They keep saying that black people look like apes. But you call a black person like apes, chances are you're gonna get your smash bashed in, because this whole bullshit, I'm not buying it. If that's the case, then there are white monkeys as well. I guess Europeans are monkeys as well, just as much as blacks, right? Even though they don't buying it, right? And they go after this small brain and big brain. There's another bullshit there. But you know who's responsible for this? I'm gonna tell you who's responsible for this. I'm gonna tell you who's responsible with all these damn problems. Fuck Charles Darwin and fuck the guy Johann Friedemann Blumen Bach, because this guy was responsible for all these damn racism going on, all the damn deaths that from going on from 1960s to 1960s, from the damn civil rights movement, because we trying to get the fucking same goddamn fucking right. If people would have been more honest of the damn truth that they spew, I'm not buying this damn bullshit theories that they claim. You know they're lying. The way they saying it. The way they saying it. Who the hell they trying to fool with? They ain't fooling me. You might fool some people, but you ain't gonna fool me, man. It's the scientific racism is the problem. And this shit needs to be destroyed. I ain't gonna lie. And it started over there in Berlin when Hitler was running in power. And there were rumors going on that Bush put Hitler in Hitler in power. Fuck Adolf Hitler. He was evil. Some rumors and speculation he might be alive. I hope not. I hope they get the bastard. Kill him immensely, eliminate him mentally, because this guy is just full of bullshit. Like, this scientific racism is the problem. It promotes this whole idea to put all these racial categories and racial categories to groups. Look at this. In front of the judge, the scientific racism criticized the study that claimed to the postament a connection between, for example, race intelligence and to argue that this promote the idea of the superior and inferior human races. See, they try and put all these different races towards against one another. You see, that must be a black Jewish man and a Caucasian Aryan race woman. You see this shit? And they pushing this whole Nordic race. And white people, if you still believe that, you a damn fool if you believe it. What they describe as Sweden. But wait a minute, I can't figure this stuff out. Or does it have to be Sweden? Or if it have to be Cargo Island? Or North India? Or people of Atlanta? It just don't make any fucking sense, man. It really don't. It's 5 and 6 races, but there's only actual 3 categorized race or 2. Or 1 race. The bottom line is nobody wants to be black. And it's sad because there's a real reason why nobody wants to be black. Because blacks don't own no damn banks. The European elite, the ones that own the shit, they're the ones own the media. They're the ones own all the shit that you think about. Because they keep giving it to them. Stop giving these motherfuckers. They start treating you as a person. I'm not giving them a damn thing. I ain't giving them shit. These people are pathetic. They really is, man. And I can't wait to this stuff. This system right here needs to be destroyed. But yet they claim Jewish people are not a race, even though it's religion believed. But they mix with black. That's what it is. This whole Nordic race, this whole Aryan race. I'm not gonna look into this. You can look into this to yourself with sub races. And the Oedipine race, and Dudamid race, and Isabelic race, and the Mediterranean race. So they put all these white people in 5 different groups, 5 different catalyzed groups. It had to be one out of 5, or one out of 5. You have to be one of. If it had to be one of this whole goddamn Aryan race, or the Oedipine race, or Ibelic race, or 1 out of 3, or 7 or 5, or Mediterranean race. I mean, it's a North Europeans. Yeah, Northern Europeans. That's people from Western Russia and Greenland and gravitate of a part of North America for the British people from their accomplishment, all the bullshit they did. Come on, man. They even enslaved their own people, and they enslaved Asians and everybody else. They even enslaved blacks. But they interact with the people they don't like. That's something I don't get right there. So they felt bad at the while. Because British people went through slavery right along with the goddamn Roman people. Go look this stuff up, folks. Don't believe anything that you hear about this stuff. Because this shit, it gets you up. I'll tell you something who's responsible for this stuff. Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin is responsible for this shit. And this and this whole Aryanness, man, you know, this whole Aryan race. I mean, the great accomplishment, the area of this was derived from the idea that the original speaker of the Indo-European language and considered a descendant race of the sub-races of the largest Caucasian race. It's a mix. Caucasian and mixed with Mongol, and racially clean whites is preferred these Europeans as dirty whites, meaning they mix with black. They mix with black. But do you think they ever gonna say that? Hell no. They'll say, they'll say they got an African ancestor because they know they came up the term Africa, just like they came up the terms black. Black is it don't describe a person. It describes somebody as a fucking property, and we ain't no damn property for these people. It's a damn shame. Do you think they were ever gonna admit we're human just as much as they is? And they need to get off of this pacified bullshit and pessimism. It's bullshit. I'm not buying this with this lighter hair, lighter skin, and blue eyes, and tall, slim, and borrowed nose, and a slender body type. Who the fuck are these people trying to think they is? They play God to people, but they just playing their own self and their own dazzle misery. But I'm gonna keep exposing they is until this shit is gonna be gone. Yeah. Adolf Hitler and the Nazi ideology. And that comes from kissing Nazi Jews, by the way. And this is what the word slave comes from, Slavic people, man. The first slaves is them. But the question is, who slaves Slavic people? Is it Moors? Is it Britain? Is it French? Who is it? Who doesn't even know? Because we keep buying this belief. This slave, this African slave trade, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. This middle passageway, come on, man. And you see this in another mixing of a variety of races. So they mix it up with each other with all the other different races. I'm not buying this. And Charles Darwin, that motherfucker is a racist. That motherfucker is a racist because this guy trying to tell everybody they come from a different part of breeding of species of the gorillas and apes and chimpanzee. He got a lot of fucking nerve. He a chimpanzee, a Jim Zeman himself. Zeman motherfucker. I swear, man. I can't wait till this shit be destroyed. I ain't gonna lie. I'll tell you what, white people better grow up, man, because this whole stuff that they came up with is a lie. They don't want to admit they got some black people in their families. They don't want to admit it. If it ain't blacks they hate, it's always a Jew. But based on their religion belief, but that's still part of their people. If it ain't Muslims they hate, but even though there's white Middle Eastern, right? My advice, people, don't believe anything that you hear. Believe in yourself and believe in what's in the what the Father tells you, because you ain't gonna get it from these people. They get on my nerves. End of question in the story, and I'm done. And that's your boy Nomination. This is Back in the Base. You're gonna do society takes, baby. Until next time, alright? Alright. And peace and I'm alright. Alright? Peace and I'm out. Peace.